I think it's fair to predict one thing. Yize will score more points in this match than he did in his most recent match in the Championship League. It was the semi-final of Group 5 last night. He was beaten 3-0 by Mark Selby. Selby scoring 290 points without reply. Well, I'll tell you what, he's been lucky there. Okay, he might have left a red to middle, but the damage could have been much worse.
Yeah, I suppose it wouldn't be a bold prediction to say that Yize won't score less than he scored against Mark Selby yesterday. What a performance that was from Mark, particularly in those two matches back to back.
What really impressed me about Yize was, after that semi-final defeat, he went off, had some food, and then as we were leaving, at around 7:45 when play finished, he was on the practice table.
7.
Looks as though Zhao Zintong will defeat Jack Jones 3-2. You have to make Zhao favourite to win this group. Doesn't always work out that way, of course, because the format is so brutal. So as Zhao does wrap up that 3-2 win over Jones, next up on table 2, it's Zhao Guodong against Oliver Lines.
One thing I will say about Zhao Zintong is, from what we've seen over the last couple of days, he doesn't mind coming through a match 3 frames to 2. I think there was 3 yesterday, or in that group at least, that he won 3-2. Had they have gone the other way, the whole group could have looked completely different.
Yeah, they're also quick 3-2s, aren't they? Play started an hour and 5 minutes ago. That match has gone the distance, and it's shake hands time. As Wu just keeps on potting balls. He's such a natural potter.
Oh, he struck that so well, that Brown.
17.
A more natural way to play that shot is swinging the cue ball around 2-3 cushions, getting into the white a bit more, but just went the 2-cushion route down this left side. He cued that to perfection and then misses the red.
17.
Did have the consolation in Group 5 of making the highest break of the group, which resulted in a £500 bonus at a 1-4-3.
Well, it always looked likely that red would go close to the right corner. Wu's intentions there purely to bring the black back into play. Bit of a poor safety shot, I think you would have to say, from Yize.
What?
Put all his eggs in one basket to open the frame back up, but he's actually done that for his opponent now.
Can't ever imagine that Jack Lisowski would be a prolific winner of tournaments. And that's nothing to do with his talent. I just think he plays a little too loosely, but his entertainment value, massive.
Yeah, I mean, look at this for a break. He can't stop going into the reds, and they've all been potable for ages now, but he just keeps going into them. You know, there was a lot of talk off the back of that Northern Ireland win, finally getting his hands on a trophy, that maybe the floodgates would open for Jack Lisowski, and I, for one, am not in that camp, actually. Not just because it's Jack, but I would say that about anyone. The game is too hard now. There's too many good players for the floodgates to open. What does that even mean, really? You're just going to keep winning tournaments one after the other? It doesn't happen like that.
Absolutely not. And the way he plays, which is great for us to watch, isn't conducive to being consistent in terms of results.
Lisowski, 22.
This is their third meeting in the Championship League over the years. First two were in 2024. Both resulted in 3-0 wins. One for Wu, one for Lisowski. In tournaments outside of the Championship League, Lisowski's dominated. They've played twice. Lisowski beat Wu 6-1 in the first round of the Shanghai Masters in 2019, and then 5-0 in the last 16 of the Wuhan Open a couple of years ago. And that performance was Lisowski at his best. 117, 81, 68, 65, 51.
5.
But even over the last 2 years, Yize has come on immensely.
6. 13. 14. 21. 22.
Practices so much and getting those reps in. It makes the game seem even more second nature than it is anyway for him.
29.
Yeah, make no mistake, the game comes easy to him, yes, but that's largely down to the fact he is so dedicated and he does practice so much. It's that age-old thing that natural talent will only get you so far, and that's true. You have to work hard at this game, it's as simple as that. Didn't play that shot particularly well. He wanted a full ball, little gentle cannon to the pink. Just drifted past it.
Really well done, because when cue ball and red are close together like that, using the rest, actually picking the correct potting angle is quite difficult. Could have been better positionally, though. Little betwixt in between. But I think the angle on the blue, if he knocks in the pot, which is by no means certain, that could be helpful to him. Mind you, Stephen, it's the kind of pot you fancy him to knock in.
Yeah, I can't see him missing this. That top red of the two will pop to this left corner. Oh, he's missed it by a mile. Absolute country mile.
Yize, 38.
It was quite a nice shot to have that, to be honest. It was a perfectly natural angle for the cue ball, and, well, he's pretty much hit the cushion there. What a reprieve for Jack this could be.
Yeah, I'm sure he can't believe his luck. Even the blue itself, okay, it's not ideal, it's not on his spot anymore, but it's not tied to a cushion.
7.
The clearance here very much within his capabilities.
8.
Yeah, and you'd rather the blue down this end of the table than up near the baulk cushion. It's closer to the pink, so Yize maybe fearing the worst now. He's got two potential stumbling blocks here, Jack. Yellow to green, which shouldn't be an issue, and then the obvious blue to pink.
17.
Now, imperative he gets a nice angle on this brown.
Just a tad short. The angle actually worked perfectly, but the pot was a little more difficult than he might have liked. But look at that. What a shot. This pink is no certainty. It was this kind of shot to the same pocket that ultimately cost Zhao Tong in the final frame of the final last night. Lisowski up to the task, though.
35.
It was all about that missed blue from mid-distance. Yize normally mustard at that kind of shot, caught it much too thick, and Lisowski did the rest. He leads 1-0.
Well, I think I counted correctly there. There was 9 reds left, so that is a maximum attempt from Zhao Guodong. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, Zhao had a maximum try in Group 5, didn't he? He made 105, missed the 14th black. Actually left it just short of its intended pocket because he was playing so delicately with the cue ball to hold for the last red. I know, Stephen, we're guilty about saying this about most groups, but this really is a wide open group. I think you can make a case out for so many in it.
Yeah, certainly the obvious favourite would be the world champion, Zhao Tong, as we've already mentioned. Played great in Group 5, unbeaten all, well, over the 2 days until the final match last night against Selby, so he's probably going to be the one to beat, but you never know. You just never know in these best-of-5 matches. Anything can happen, really. But ultimately, it's a good opportunity for everyone to register a little bit more solid match practice under their belt.
Well, that shot did not work as planned. Okay, he's got the brown to middle. And he trusts his cue action so much, he had got the brown to the yellow bag. What a great pot that was. Which, I suppose, Stephen, makes his miss on the blue in the previous frame even more surprising.
Six.
Yeah, because he's shown us so frequently that when he lines up a long one, it's usually going in. So just as we see that nice positional shot from Yize, just dislodging a red left of the black, which completely now frees up the black spot. The maximum attempt over on table 2 is still going.